Okay, so this post skyrocketed with engagement inside of my community, so I wanted to share it. I titled it Long Post About SMV, so that stands for Sexual Market Value, and Alpha in Eyes of Women, parentheses, not men. So I'm just going to read this and I'm going to break it down line by line because I truly think that like I can coach you on a level that you've probably never seen before just by me realizing certain things as I've gotten older. So I started off and I said, the more I date and the longer I date, I'm starting to realize that we have all been lied to. And yes, that includes you, that includes me, right? That includes all of us. Majority of all content creators in the man space online preaching, oh, alpha this, alpha that, or how to be masculine are completely delusional in what they think women want. And then I put in parentheses, I was in this boat for years just following the trends and whatnot because this is true. So I go on to say, what most guys do is they sit back and they think about what makes sense to them on paper, meaning that what men do is, meaning they do what their natural male tendencies tell them to do, right? So they start trying to get bigger muscles by going to the gym. They start trying to look and act colder to be more alpha. Then they try to level up all of these self-improvement aspects of life that morphs them into some fake masculine type who's just trying to go and get ass like majority of all other men, right? So what we hear is improve muscles, improve finance, improve game, right? Improve your game and your verbal skills and be an alpha Chad is what you hear all over the internet. So I put after that, I go, the same shit that every single guy on planet Earth chases, yet often is in the same rat race having zero women as dating options. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you the picture that I actually included in my group, and I'm going to pull this up right now. So I put this picture with the caption, and I go, what you think she wants and is aroused by. So this is the typical archetype that most men wholeheartedly believe is going to get them the most results in their dating life, is this masculine type macho man with all of these muscles. Okay, so you think you're going to get all these muscles and act like this and look like this, and that the women are going to be attracted to you. Now, keep reading because this is very important. So I put the same shit that every single guy on planet Earth chases, yet often is in the same rat race having zero women as dating options. So then I ask my members some questions. I go, have you noticed one amazing thing? Have you ever stopped and looked up in the real world to see who these women choose? Have you ever said, hey, what is she attracted to? Not just what you think or feel she's attracted to, but what is she actually attracted to? Because here's what you're going to find. The hottest women are never with these types of men ever. You're very rarely going to ever see them with these types of guys. That's what you're going to see in the real world, okay? The men that you see getting the hottest women always have a sense of individuality, meaning they look, act, appear, and their whole demeanor and personality, from the clothes they wear, the style they have, everything, they are unique. They have a sense of individuality. The men who are getting hate by other men are always the ones getting laid. So the men that you will see getting the hottest women tend to always have a unique look that is so different. They are almost always a huge percentage of the time getting hated on, getting made fun of, or having other men think that they are strange, only to go, well, how did he get her? Okay, this is what you're going to find. Yet women fantasize over these types of men. So these men may oftentimes have excess tattoos. You're going to notice they maybe have piercings. You're going to notice they maybe have unique hair or a unique hairstyle. You're going to notice that they have bracelets or jewelry. Not to mention an aura of sex appeal that men can't see with the naked eye. So then, after that, I put another paragraph that said, a purely pre-selected man that a woman views as a dating option is never who you think it is. So now I'm going to post the two pictures right here that I put up in my community. Okay, and the caption that I have for each of these is I say, the guy that she's actually sleeping with. Okay, because the guy that she's actually sleeping with is totally different from what your perception is. So this is what I'm trying to tell you is everybody online trying to tell you or convince you, oh, that is masculine, or that's alpha, or that's the right way to carry yourself, or that's this, or that's that. In real life, in the real world, Like, when put through the test of real life, very rarely do any of those things stand true. Okay, so keep going with me here. A purely pre-selected man that a woman views as a dating option is never who you think it is. The guy that women want to bang never looks like the guy that you'd assume that they want. The guy who's purely the gym bro gets a girl who is cute, but never the woman he typically actually wants, never fully understanding what women really want. Only a woman's lens of attraction is able to see this. We can't see it because we are men. So the guy who you think is the macho alpha typically never has the hot girls, because what women see is a man who feels as if he needs to improve, change himself, and become something that he is not, just to try to gain attraction. So when you do that, okay, when she gets a feeling that you are not who you say you are, when she gets a feeling that you're putting on this masculine persona trying to be this, here's what happens. It leads him to fail every congruence test. And this is what I wrote down. Okay, it leads this man to fail every congruence test. When she tests your personality for congruence, you fail. And she starts to see that the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, the way you act, it is just an act. It's not actually authentically you. And you see, this right here lowers her attraction because now she sees a man who does not fully know himself. So stick with me here. I said only a woman's lens of attraction is able to see this. We cannot see this because we are men. I am not a proponent of following celebrities, but many musicians ace this always. If you look up the social media accounts oftentimes of famous celebrity musicians, for example, you're going to notice a unique sense of style and individuality that causes women to gravitate towards these men. So as men, when we see this, we see strange clothes, we see a weird vibe, we see a persona that appears sometimes almost feminine. However, they don't see it that way. They see confidence, they see individuality, they see congruence, and they also see a willingness to be different. So here's what I can tell you. Men going hyper macho, we think it works, but women don't care. So to conclude this last paragraph, here's what I put. I said to ace what women are attracted to, you need a willingness to find yourself and have a willingness to be different. I put, you can sit in the gym year after year and make money. Women don't give a fuck. Until you add the layers of sex appeal that you want, it won't matter. Dare to be different. And then to conclude the post, I put, this is just an observation that I had. So here's what you guys have to realize. In the real world, the guy that you think is the one getting all of the attention from the women very rarely is. So what I can tell you is you need a sense of being unique. You need a sense of actually understanding and mastering the language of women, which is why I put together this community, which is why we are approaching almost 600 members. And I'm at the point where I'm going to tell you this. We literally need you. We need you in this because here's the thing. Together, as men actually come together and as men master the language of women together, you now have guys in your corner. And as we were approaching 600 members, this is a huge milestone for this community. So this is just one of the things that I've noticed. Majority of the content that I personally believe men are watching is holding them back. Majority of the content that I actually see men viewing is going to convince them to hold certain beliefs that don't even necessarily help their dating life to begin with. And what you're going to find is month after month, year after year, you probably do look physically more fit if you've been in the gym. You probably are making more money if you're focusing on your business. You probably have leveled up your status. And then you're probably in the exact same situation I was in years ago, is sitting there going, well, this is weird. Why has my dating life not improved? And this is why I've been helping men master the language of women.